This is Auchentoshan Classic, which is our first ever 100% bourbon matured spirit here at Auchentoshan Distillery. When we were relaunching the range, we decided we wanted something that was young, was youthful, was vibrant in flavour. And looking at the different whiskies that we had in our inventory, we actually selected the finest first fill bourbon casks for this expression. First thing you'll notice about Auchentoshan Classic is the delicious yellow colour. This gives you the history of the wood. It tells you that it's been matured in bourbon barrels. You get that distinct vanilla yellow colour to it. Very sweet on the nose, some flavours of vanilla. That signature citrus note that you get from Auchentoshan. But rather than talk about it all day, I think the most important thing is that we actually taste some of this fine whisky. The first thing I do is give it a good swirl in the glass to separate out the whisky and the aromas, so that you get less of the burn of the alcohol on your nose and more of the flavour of the whisky. A couple of short sniffs let your nose get used to the whisky. As you take your nose back, try and keep your mouth open. Just allows that vapour to travel to the back of the nose. You'll get the sweetness of the malted barley that's signature of Auchentoshan Distillery. You get that lovely creamy vanilla that we would expect from the finest available North American oak casks. And then just that hint of citrus that brings it all together and balances the sweetness and the creamy vanilla. This is about 6 years old, but due to using the finest casks available, there is no burn of the alcohol. It stimulates the sweet taste buds on your tongue. You then get that rush of vanilla oak coming over, and then just at the back, that slight acidity and the cleansing flavour of the citrus notes. This whisky is at 40% alcohol, surprisingly light on the tongue, and I think this is one of the best whiskies that you can actually use to experiment with drinking whisky. Gone are the days where whisky should only be enjoyed straight or on the rocks. I think nowadays we see a demand, certainly throughout Europe, for whiskies that can work well in different scenarios and cocktails and with mixers. And I truly believe that this is a whisky that has fantastic character on its own, but is also a hugely diverse and modern product, created in traditional ways that can be used to experiment with whisky flavour profiles.